WIKISPEED, August 21, 2025. Go ahead, Michael.
It's Michael Wolchuk, Saskatoon, Canada. Unfortunately, not much to report for this past week. I did finish reading through all of the Make magazine articles, and I've got a collection of stuff that I'm going to try and apply to Little Red Wagon project, but I haven't done any of it yet, and I don't have the links collected, so I'm not going to send them out as yet. But I again still have Little Red Wagon and Docker on my list for next week, and blocks are part-time job as usual. And I finally have a couple of days, Friday and Monday, that I should be able to work on WikiSpeed. So hopefully, I actually get some progress this week. And that's unfortunately that's it for me.
Cool. David.
Okay, I've been working on this portable urinal project. I think I mentioned it. I don't know if I mentioned it before. That a friend of mine from the Makerspace has asked me to help him with. This is the guy I've told you before that he's very interested in creating things like portable showers, portable toilets, portable urinals, things like that, so that people can live in conditions like a garage or a abandoned building or something like that. And so I've been working on that for the last maybe a couple of weeks or something, and I think I finally got it finished and working properly. Maybe a little bit of tweaking. It's got three knobs on the front to adjust various things, and I'm actually just about to ask my friend what he wants the maximum range on those knobs to be, what he wants the minimum and maximum values to be. And I adjust that and everything. I had a very bad time today. Windows did one of their updates that made the port where you load I don't know, either you worked with the Arduinos. You probably yeah. You have the IDE, the programming tool, and you download it then onto the Arduino. And they did this upgrade which made it so that for certain models of Arduino, at least, you can't download it from the computer on the Arduino. Your computer can no longer find or download, sync with the Arduino with the new drivers on a COM port. And so I spent the last couple of days trying to get that to work. And finally today, I found lots of places on the web where people told you how to fix that, but it wasn't working. And finally, I found one that included a couple of extra steps. There were like some that said you do this and some that said you do that and all like this. And I finally found one site that lists all the steps in order, and finally got it working on one of my computers. So, and it was really frustrating because, I have a lot of old computers, and when I got this upgrade, and it wasn't working on the newer computer because of this upgrade, but I found an old one that hadn't had this upgrade, and I managed to download the program and test it. I found a couple of bugs in the program, and so today I went to fix these bugs. And as I turn on the new computer, and it's upgrading, and it did the upgrade that made it not work. I couldn't stop it. It's like, no, I didn't give you permission to upgrade. Don't upgrade. So it's so frustrating the way Windows gives you, no choice but these automatic upgrades. And you know it's coming. You know it's something isn't going to work when they do the upgrade, but you can't stop it. As soon as it's booting up, it does that. Anyway, but I think I've got the problem fixed. I've got the thing working. And like I said, a little bit of tweaking, and it should be ready for them and everything. So I'm happy that I got that done and everything.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I have a similar tale.
Okay.
This is Lawrence Salter, Gulf Islands, British Columbia. First of all, good news. DF Robot responded within 1 day. I didn't notice it till 3 weeks later, but DF Robot responded within 1 day about my question about the vision chip.
What was the question?
I just couldn't get the demo to work. So, and I sent them the error message, and they sent me 3 suggestions, which I'm working on. But they involve upgrading to a different version of Ubuntu, which I knew I was behind. And I'm still working on that. I think I am actually going to back up my computer before I do that. There's a sort of easy upgrade path, or there's also a command. It's update. There is upgrade. There's a standard upgrade command, but there's a version upgrade. It might be apt upgrade version or release. It's release. Apt upgrade release, supposed to give you the latest long-term support version, maybe. Or I'm on 20, so I may have to go to 2004. I'll talk about a 2204. I'll talk about that in crosstalk. And blocks are, I have guests, and I'm tidying up my place. But that's not, that's a block to do with, I can't find things, and I'm always, there's too much clutter. So I kind of went for something that was bugging me on a surface and worked on it today, all day.
Doesn't the block come later in the discussion?
I kind of didn't announce each part, but
Okay.
so the things that I did was I got the email and worked on it. Second, what I plan to do is continue to try and implement the DF Robot solution and contact them again if I can't. And the blocks are that I'm kind of just getting over COVID and some other things that happened in my life, and so I'm just now able to emotionally face some of the stuff that I've been putting, open closets and boxes and things like that. Okay, and so that's my blocks, and then so we'll go to the rating. David, yourself and the team.
Well, I think I'm going to give myself a 10 just because I got this massive, totally unnecessary problem created by the Windows fix, and solve the problems with the project. One interesting, I'll just tell you aside. I mentioned that there was a bug in the program. I was finding that when I turned the knob, instead of a gradual change, it just jumped from one thing to another. And I realized that in an equation that I had that read the knobs, all of the values that I had were integer values. And so it was doing integer math where it jumps, there's no points. So that's why it was jumping from 0 to 1, and all of a sudden it did this. And so that's a little aside there, but the rating. So like I said, I'll give myself a 10. I'll give the rest of the group I'll give the group a 9 because you're doing good. Michael said he didn't do anything, so Michael, you pull us in.
Yeah, I'm pulling you down.
Right, so I'm going to give the group a 9 there. And are we on blocks now again for plans for the next what?
No, if you have a suggestion to improve our whole process, such as get a different video conferencing system or something like that.
So David, when you gave what you did this week, then you're supposed to do what you're doing next week and then blocks. So you kind of stop partway through.
Okay, so I should now go on to what I'm planning on doing next week.
Sure, why not?
Yeah,
and then the blocks and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I will do those tweaks on this project there. and try to set up a meeting. I actually just got an email from him, but I didn't have time to read because I just saw it as I was coming on to AOL to pull up this. So finish tweaking the thing, have a meeting with him. Blocks are basically just the usual not having much time. I know I have plans with my sweetie pie for tomorrow and possibly the next day or something. And also, I've been having problems with a rash or something that's been taking up a lot of my time. Oh, and my dog is sick. I had to take him to the vet today. So I mean that sort of thing. It's just yeah, and I'm gonna have to be doing a lot of things to take care of the dog too. So between taking care of myself, taking care of the dog, and spend some time with my honey, and all the housework I have to do, yard work, mowing the lawn, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just hard to find the time to work on this stuff. I'd like to maybe do something else with 3D printing or something, but I haven't got anything particular. Maybe some more project cases or something. Uh,
Okay.
so that's about it. I guess that handles it.
Okay, great. Michael, ratings.
I'm going to give myself a 3, and the team a 9, and I don't have any process improvement. So
Okay. I have to disagree with your self rating because you watched the videos, right? Or something.
I read through the Make magazines, but
Yeah, the make.
that
Yeah, no, I
was
mean
Oh,
that takes time and that's actual because that's what I was I did more actually that I didn't mention along that line of watching videos. There's one from a guy at I can't remember what company, but it was about Docker, and it looks kind of interesting. He has a uh, transparent board in front of him that
hold on.
he's
I got. Oh, you go ahead. I've got. I think the doorbell just rang. I think.
okay. Yeah, it
Yeah.
it it has a sort of a clear board in front of him, and the graphics float in front of him.
ooh.
So I think it's some high tech company that he works for. But
So
it looked
he's got a
interesting.
projector projecting so that he can read it, or he's got a projector so that you can read it.
It's as if he's standing behind a glass wall that has the all the information.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good in terms of that uh that he's talking actually he's comparing virtual machine with doc with the containers.
Okay.
And he's showing exactly why the virtual machine is sort of bloated versus the containers.
Okay.
Uh so the it's almost a little bit like the backup thing, differential versus just something that backs up dumbly. So what Docker and there's another thing he's talking about Kubernetes, which is like super Docker organizer to where you're a sysadmin and you have dozens and dozens of Dockers how to organize it. We don't need that. But anyway, it's he's it reminded me of the backup the backup that took a lot of room versus that. So in this one it doesn't take a lot of memory because it shares. So containers share, I think. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. They're stripped down anyway.
Okay.
And I haven't watched enough of it anyway. So myself I'm going to give a 10 2 and the team a 9 and uh yeah, no process improvement. So I think we're done there. Does anybody have crosstalk to record?
No, but you said you had something to talk about in crosstalk.
Yeah, I do, but I'm gonna